Hey guys, non-MAGA Mike here again. Listen, just to get this out of the way, if I seem bummed out during these videos, it's because I am. And you should be too. I mean, this is serious business. This is not politics as usual, and it's going to affect everybody. Most of us are going to be impacted negatively. It's a big deal. And I know I've said this a few times, flag upside down, country in trouble, big deal. That's where we are. That's exactly where we are. 68 executive orders he signed off on yesterday for day one. I mean, it's already out of control, folks. All the clown car candidates he put forward for these appointments. And now, I mean, executive order, he released all of the January 6 criminals, even the violent ones. Enrique Tarrio, the leader of the Proud Boys, I mean, he was serving 22 years. He had a plan all mapped out to take over the government. So he was sentenced for that, as well as the crimes he committed on January 6th. 5 police officers died. 1 rioter died. 140 cops had to go to the hospital. Injured 140 cops. I mean, how is that a fucking day of love and peace? You guys can't fucking hear this and be like, yeah, it was but I've seen it. I've seen some of you say that. It was a day of love and peace. There was you gotta believe somebody other than Trump, because he's gonna take you down a dark alley and fucking leave you there after he beats the shit out of you. I don't get it, folks. So, executive orders, birthright citizenship was one of them. He's ending birthright citizenship. So, if you were born in this country, you and your parents and everybody else, you gotta get the fuck out of here. That's what that means. Now, so far, 18 states have already submitted lawsuits against Trump for that particular executive order, because it's actually stated in the 14th Amendment in the Constitution that if you're born in this country, you are an American. So he wants to end that. 18 states are suing him so far, because he's not. I mean, that's in the Constitution. It's actually built in the Constitution, and he's just going to bypass that altogether and just use an executive order. Can you guys believe this stuff? Pulled us out of the Paris Agreement already. He has declared that if you're an American, there are only 2 genders. He has declared that there are only 2 genders. He said that out loud, actually, in his inaugural speech. He said that. This speech was so divisive. I was shocked. I mean, it was pretty unmemorable, generally speaking, but it was divisive as far as the things he said was, favored Republicans. He even threw a dig about the fucking wildfires out in California. I mean, what is this guy? What are we doing? What have we done? He's declared a state of emergency on the southern border and stopped people from coming in. There are a shitload of people down there just in misery, crying, trying to seek asylum. Asylum is not a thing anymore. Not a thing anymore. So in releasing those 1,500 criminals, he has, for all intents and purposes, released his Trump's militia. Trump's militia. Until they get affected, I think. then the militia will start to dwindle. So during the inauguration, Vice President Vance did not speak, did not have an opportunity to speak. It didn't come up, I guess. But thank goodness for this. The head of the oligarchy, the tech bros that are running this country for real, Elon Musk, was able to get up and say a few words, you know, certainly high on ketamine or something else. I don't know. And then he Zeig Heil's salutes three sides of the fucking stage. All the people in that place. He fucking Zeig Heil. I mean, that again is just a dog whistle for the Nazis in this fucking country. He's from South Africa. Do we not just assume that American values are not important to Elon Musk? We should be assuming that from the get-go. He doesn't have America's best interest in mind here. And that's something we should assume. He's got more money than anybody in the world, and he's from South Africa. He comes here and gets fucking rich. Not only does he not say thank you, he wants to get fucking richer from you. He wants to take more of your money. How do you not see this, folks? He supported the most extreme right-wing party in Germany, which is basically, and I forget the name of the party right now, but it's basically a reincarnation of the Nazi party in Germany right now. He supported them. He donated big time to that party. How do you not know this? What are you watching? Google the subject matter. Exactly what you want to find out about, Google that. Oh my God. I get so, you know, angry because it's frustrating because again, and I've said this several times already, I've never been, or not never, but I'm not usually the smartest guy in the room, and that's okay with me. I know where I stand, that's fine. But how can I fucking see all this and those Magatrons can't? I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, so VP didn't get a chance to speak, but co-president Musk did. He did the Zeig Heil salute and acted like he was high on something. We all know that he likes to experiment with drugs. So I'm sure of it. I mean, look at him. Nobody acts like an 8-year-old like that. And then dog whistles the Nazi party. What are we doing, guys? Yeah, he's using Schedule F. He's going to use Schedule F to, probably not slowly but surely, probably rather swiftly but surely, he's going to replace normal government employees, not necessarily political folks in the government, but folks that work in the government rather, that again don't have any political affiliation. If he finds they're not loyal enough, he's just going to replace them using Schedule F. You're gone. And apparently they've got a list of Magatrons that would love to come work in the government. So that should get interesting once that starts happening. I mean, you guys don't see the impact. And it's day one, by the way. It's only day one. You should be scared. You should be very afraid. Yeah, he had all the millionaires, the entire oligarchy was on the stage behind him at the inauguration. But his Secretary of State was in front in the audience. His other cabinet members were in the overflow room watching it on a fucking screen. You want to tell me there's no oligarchy? You want to tell me that these rich guys aren't running the country, pulling the strings. Wasn't that enough? I mean, just what you saw yesterday should be enough. Now, and this is where I'm bummed out and frustrated. Is he's got so many followers that just have no idea because they don't care. They just don't care to sit down and watch anything about it. They probably didn't even watch the inauguration. You know. I mean, shame on you guys. Somebody put a meme up online where the Hollywood sign is up on that hill in Hollywood, and it said Trump was right. Trump was right, and in the back flames because at the time L.A. was burning up pretty good. So that kind of shit is supported now by the Republican Party. That type of shenanigans is tolerated now, we know, by the old Family Value Party. Grand old party. Bunch of morons and a bunch of shameless shills. Folks that are just know better and are going along to save their job, shame on you. Shame on you. You're hurting other Americans, dummy. I'm sure folks you even know. All right. Yeah, Schedule F. That's gonna hurt us. That is gonna hurt us. Oh. So he ended asylum. He ended birthright citizenship. I told you about the lines that are waiting, folks that just can't enter now. And they were running from danger. They had their family with them running from dangerous scenarios, I'm sure, in Mexico. Now they're stuck at the border crossing. Trying to do it right. Trying to do it right, by the way. Trying to follow the law. Now they can't get in. Enrico Tarrio. You gotta laugh, I think, sometimes, right? He had a plan, all mapped out. Take over the government. And now he's out. Now he's out. We got to see him celebrating, cutting his ankle bracelet off, I think it was. Or somebody was celebrating cutting their ankle bracelet off. It's ridiculous, guys. It's a fucking circus. It is a circus. Now they're talking about investigating Jack Smith, who investigated the January 6th incident, rioting. And not only will his report not come out now, because he's just running out the clock until he gets his folks in place, and then the DOJ is just gonna say, no, we're not releasing that. So it won't be released at all. Because, again, he's running out the clock using the law. Nobody wants to stop this fucking asshole. Nobody has the balls. It seems like nobody has the brains, but really what it comes down to is nobody has the balls. His actions yesterday gave license and empowerment to folks that want to be violent, especially to those folks that only have white friends. What the fuck has happened to this country? So yeah, he ran on the Law and Order Party, right? So 140 cops get injured and 5 die from the January 6th riots. And he comes into power, which it's really not supposed to be looked at that way. He's supposed to be working for the people, not the other way around. But honestly, he's trying to get to a point where it is the other way around, where it seems like all the people in this country are working for him. mean, like I said, I've said this before. At the gym I go to, there's a Fox television, Fox News station, and a CNN, and in the middle there's ESPN, and it's the three I kind of glance at while I'm watching, something on my phone. I'm sure. You can see by the banners they put up in the bottom that one is reporting news and the other one is using propaganda to build up and tear down, build up their coalition that's about to be divided as well, and to tear down the Dems. If you don't think Trump is a racist and a white supremacist yet, you have not been paying attention. You need to pay attention. There's going to be plenty more examples, so, But if you want to find out, go onto YouTube and just search. Go into YouTube and just write the subject matter in the search bar. And, clips will come up. Probably on both sides. I mean, if you've got right leanings, chances are your phone already knows that about you, and you'll get mostly Fox News stuff. But try to find the other side, see what they're saying, see which one kind of makes sense. They're eating the cats and dogs, or they're not eating the cats and dogs. I don't know. What makes sense to you? Do you hate people of color that much that you're going to be racist and just say they're eating the cats and dogs like that? I mean, that's just fucking reckless. Reckless, and shame on you. What are you going to tell St. Peter at the when you're going to enter heaven? What are you going to tell him? You going to tell him how you help people, how you fed people, how you clothed people, or are you just going to tell him how much fucking money you made while you were here? Knuckleheads. Sorry about getting angry. I can't help it. I'd rather laugh more about it because it is funny, but that bothers me too, by the way. Folks are sort of normalizing it, or on television. I mean, you had a fucking crumpet and tea party with Biden? You couldn't say enough bad things about Biden. Now you're having fucking tea and crumpets with him? There's just some things. The peaceful transfer of power that happened yesterday should have happened. But all the goddamn norms and other ceremonial things that usually take place during the transition time should not have happened. Because this is not normal. This is not normal. This is not politics as usual. We are all in trouble here. Unless you're one of the beautiful people, in which case, good for you, man. That's awesome. I'd like to know what you're going to tell Jesus when you get to heaven. All right, folks. That's it for now. We'll talk soon. Take care. Bye.